the YouTube stream. All right, I'm going to call the meeting to order at 8:15. Can we get roll call, please?
Heather Owen,
Here.
John McPherson, Virginia Mendoza,
Present.
Sandra Ocampo,
Here.
and we have Annette Yeastek, Jaime Fernandez, and Mary Claypool, absent with notification. Dr. Deneen Guess.
Present.
Sandra, would you lead us in the roll call, please? Sorry, the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Get set, ready, go. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Do we have any changes or additions for the agenda?
No.
Can I get
Move to approve.
Second to approve.
it's been moved and approved or seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, the agenda is adopted. Do we have any correspondence?
Not for this meeting.
Any oral comments from the public for items not on the agenda? Okay, we are going to skip on down to new business action items. We have 6.1 interdistrict transfer appeal number 252606, Salinas City School District. And go here. We're going to convene that portion of the meeting. I already read that number, right? Okay, so Dr. Gus, would you like to make introductions, please?
Yes, good morning, buenos dias. First, let me introduce the staff present today. We have Constantino Silva, our translator. We have Cindy Dunn, our executive assistant, and we have Dr. Ralph Portes, our deputy superintendent. I am Dr. Gus, County Superintendent of Schools. And then the people who are making the decision about this interdistrict transfer is our County Board of Education. We have with us here today, Chair Heather Owen. We have Trustee John McPherson, Trustee Virginia H. Mendoza, and Trustee Sandra Ocampo.
All right, thank you, Dr. Gus. We will not be transferring to closed session. I would like to dispense with the reading of the letter of appeal unless one or more parties request that the letter be read. We do have the entire packet and have already read the entire packet. Okay, Dr. Gus, can you please state the powers of the county board in interdistrict attendance appeal hearings?
Yes. Okay, and are we gonna do simultaneous
Yes, we'll do
translation?
simultaneous.
Okay. This is a hearing by the Monterey County Board of Education on an appeal filed by or on behalf of student Victor E. Perea Rivera of the decision of the Salinas City Elementary School District to deny an interdistrict attendance agreement for the student to attend Alisal Union School District for the 25-26 school year. The student's parent resides within the boundaries of the Salinas City Elementary School District. A summary of the case has been prepared by the County Office of Education and has been distributed to the County Board of Education. Section 46601 of the California Education Code authorizes the Monterey County Board of Education to make a decision on this appeal. The county board may also send the matter back to the district that denied the interdistrict attendance request if there is significant new evidence introduced during the appeal hearing. The County Board Policy 5117.1 on interdistrict attendance appeals directs the members to review the basis of the district's denial to determine whether there are unusual conditions that justify intervention by the county board. Also, granting the appeal must result in improving the educational and/or health interests of the student to such a critical degree that substantial positive results in the educational services to the student will result.
All right, thank you, Dr. Gus. Now I will explain the procedures for the hearing and then we will commence the hearing. The appellant may state the reasons for the county board to overturn the denial of the interdistrict transfer. Please direct all of your comments to the board. The district may state reasons for the county board to uphold the district's decision to deny the interdistrict transfer. Then the appellant may succinctly state any final rebuttal. The district may succinctly state any final rebuttal. Then we will have questions from the board and your answers will be directed to the board. The hearing is open and then we'll make our decision. So we will begin with the appellant coming forward and making their comments.
Micrófono y declarar sus razones. Ok, está abierto el micrófono.
Quería que mi niño cambie.
Más fuerte, por favor, un poquito más fuerte para que se escuche así.
Ok,
Adelante.
quiero que mi niño cambie en ese distrito porque como mi otro niño está en esa escuela y quiero que también siga porque como también la proveedora está ahí y también mi trabajo sigue ahí como la otra escuela está lejos de donde paso para allá.
Okay, I am asking for my younger child to be admitted to the school. My older child is at that school. La proveedora es la de cuidado de niños.
Sí,
And the babysitter is also near that school. And the homeschool, la escuela le queda lejos. La de Salinas City,
Sí,
se le queda lejos.
Sí.
And the homeschool would be far. The school of residency would be far from our house.
Y como mi otro niño ya tiene desde 3 años, ya está siguiendo en esa escuela en la parte y también quiero también los dos sigan ahí en la misma escuela.
My older child has been there since he was 3 years old, preschool. And so I would like for them to be at that same school together.
Y también como mi trabajo está, como trabajamos en el campo y mi trabajo también está para allá en ese lado y por eso no puedo mover casi por gasolina o por todo, por eso.
And my job, my work in agriculture in the fields is also in that direction. And so it would be a hardship on expenses like gasoline. ¿Algo más? That's it.
Great, thank you. Okay, the district is not here to state their reasons. Is there any final rebuttal?
You want to say?
No.
No.
No, okay. Questions from the board? Anybody have any questions? Yes.
How many years is the niñera been working for you?
¿Cuántos años tiene la
child
niñera
care provider.
trabajando con ustedes? ¿O tienen ustedes trabajando con la niñera?
O 2 años.
2 years, about 2 years.
About 2 years. Okay. Is your wife also working with you?
¿Su esposo también trabaja donde
Sí,
usted?
sí, para allá.
Yes, in that direction as well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
I'd like to make a motion.
Yes.
I move that student 25-26 -06 be allowed to attend the schools of the LaSalle School District.
Second that motion.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Felicitaciones.
Suerte. Suerte. Échale ganas.
Gracias. Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Bye-bye.
All right.
And the next one
Oh,
is,
yeah, let me just do a quick prep. It'll take me just a couple minutes.
yeah, and is the next translator, are they on the phone or coming in person?
It's they're here. Costa's helping with that one as well.
Oh, I thought that one was an
Yeah,
indigenous.
they
one.
speak in Spanish and so they're
Oh.
fine with not needing English.
Excellent.
Yep.
Okay. That was fast.
That helps. Goes pretty quick, but the district doesn't show up.
I wonder.
But there is a lot, something that happened it's not anymore.
Oh, that's- Oh,
says-
yeah. Oh, yeah. It's, first rain of the year. It's like ice out there.
Yeah,
And
they were, apartment going away.
Did you hear the lightning last night?
The what?
The lightning that's.
Oh.
Yeah, big. I thought I was dreaming. I'm like, no.
I thought it was in Mexico.
Yeah.
Well, feels like it. I mean, this is the Pineapple Express. It's coming, not coming from the north.
do you want to pause it? And you want to view? Yeah.
All right. Okay, I'm going to reconvene the County Board of Education meeting. We are on item 6.2, interdistrict transfer appeal number 252607, Salinas City Elementary School District. Introductions, Dr. Gus.
Yes, buenos dias.
Superintendente.
First, I'm going to introduce our staff members. So we have with us Constantino Silva, who's our translator today. We have our executive assistant, Cindy Dunn, our deputy superintendent, Dr. Ralph Juarez, and I'm Dr. Gus, county superintendent. We are all the staff. And now the people who will be making the decision on this interdistrict transfer appeal is our County Board of Education. This is our county board chair, Heather Owen, trustee John McPherson, trustee Virginia H. Mendoza, and trustee Sandra Ocampo.
Bienvenido.
All right, thank you, Dr. Gus. We're not in closed session for this one either. Okay, I'm going to dispense with a reading of the letter of appeal unless one or more parties request the letter of appeal be read. And I want to assure you that the board has all received the packet and has read the packet. Dr. Gus, can you please state the powers of the county board and interdistrict attendance appeal hearings?
Yes, this is a hearing by the Monterey County Board of Education on an appeal filed by or on behalf of student Luz Yasmin Marino Lopez of the decision of the Salinas City Elementary School District to deny an interdistrict attendance agreement for the student to attend Alisal Union School District for the 25-26 school year. The student's parent resides within the boundaries of the Salinas City Elementary School District. A summary of the case has been prepared by the County Office of Education and has been distributed to the County Board of Education. Section 46601 of the California Education Code authorizes the Monterey County Board of Education to make a decision on this appeal. The county board may also send the matter back to the district that denied the interdistrict attendance request if there is significant new evidence introduced during the appeal hearing. The county board policy 5117.1 on interdistrict attendance appeals directs the members to review the basis of the district's denial to determine whether there are unusual conditions that justify intervention by the county board. Also, granting the appeal must result in improving the educational and/or health interests of the student to such a critical degree that substantial positive results in the educational services to the student will result.
Right.
Conceder la apelación deberá redundar en la mejora de los intereses
And I
educacionales.
apologize for my struggle in reading today, hearing the translation and focusing on what you're reading. Yeah, a little challenge for me today.
En contra de la decisión del distrito o devolverle el caso al distrito. ¿Ok? ¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
Great, thank you. Now I will explain the procedures for the hearing and we will commence the hearing. So first, the appellant may state the reasons for the county board to overturn the denial of the interdistrict transfer. And all of your comments will please be directed towards the board. Then the district may state the reasons for the county board to uphold the district's decision to deny the interdistrict transfer. And then the appellant may succinctly state any final rebuttal. And then the district may succinctly state any final rebuttal. And then there will be questions from the board. And your comments will be directed back towards the board. The hearing will be open and we will make our decision.
La discusión será abierta y ellos tomarán su decisión.
All right, let's get started. You may come forward with your reasons.
Sí, hacia su declaración y yo le voy a ir haciendo la interpretación, ¿ok? Sí. Adelante en español. Sí.
Pues la razón, buenos días. La razón de la apelación es porque donde se queda mi niña nos queda cerca y como trabajamos en el campo y todo por eso quiero cambiarla de distrito y también pues nos queda cerca la clínica para llevarla a la cita. Sí.
So the reason for this appeal is because the school is close to where we live. And also the clinic, la clínica, ¿te gusta decir de la clínica?
Sí,
¿Qué,
sí.
qué iba a decir de la clínica?
A veces tenemos cita con ella y la llevamos rápido, más pronto.
Sí, ¿qué clínica es, perdón?
Santa Lucía.
And also the Santa Lucia Clinic, sometimes she has medical issues and it's close to where we live and we can take her there nearby.
Sí. Y por caso de emergencia también la niñera puede llegar más pronto. Vive como a 3 minutos de la escuela.
And in case of an emergency, our babysitter is also nearby and she can be there within a matter of about 3 minutes. Había dicho de su trabajo.
Sí, y también trabajamos muy lejos y vamos como a las 4:30 por ahí.
We work far away and we leave at 4:30 in the morning.
Sí, y a veces llegamos tarde y la niñera puede ir por la niña a la escuela.
Llegan tarde del trabajo.
Sí,
And sometimes we come back late from work and our babysitter is able to pick up the child.
como ella no maneja y la lleva en carriola, sí.
Oh.
The babysitter.
Sí.
La niñera.
That's okay.
The babysitter does not drive. She uses a stroller to take the child to school.
Sí, pues. Yes, yeah.
And that would be it for now.
All right, thank you. And seeing that the district is not here to state their reasons, if you have any final rebuttal, you can.
Algo que sienta que no.
Okay, thank you.
Si gusta, sí. Pues nos queda cerca para llevarla en la mañana porque vivimos cerca con la niñera, como a 5 o 6 minutos.
Yeah, we live where we live. It is close to the babysitter's house, and so it's very close for us to take the child there, with the babysitter drop her off on our way out to work.
Hoy también mi niña tiene conocidos ahí, tiene amigos y se queda más a gusto allí. Va a la escuela más a gusto, sí.
Con la niñera.
Sí,
Okay.
queda con 2 o 3 niños ahí. Y está más a gusto.
Okay, and the babysitter is in charge of several other children that the child is very familiar with, very comfortable with, and so it's just a very comforting place for the child to be.
Ya sé.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Are there any questions from the board? Yes.
I wanna ask you, you mentioned at the clinic, is that your child with some health issues?
Usted mencionó acerca de la clínica. ¿Tiene alguna situación médica? Su hijo.
No, solamente a veces nos dan cita y como trabajamos todos los días, o sea, si descansamos, nos despide del trabajo un día, y a veces venimos temprano, a veces le dan cita a las 4 y como llegamos a las 4:30 y nos venimos media hora antes para alcanzar a llegar a la cita.
Not any health conditions in particular. It's just convenient when there is a need to go to the clinic. It's nearby and they can come home from work a bit early and be able to make it to an appointment there at the clinic.
Thank you.
Any other questions from the board? All right, thank you. Any discussion?
I'd like to make a motion, ma'am.
Yes.
I hereby move that the approval of the student Luz Jasmine Merino Lopez to be admitted at the Alisa Union School District for 25-26 school year.
I'd like to second it and speak to the motion.
Yes.
So I second the motion. This, for the record, this one is a little different than the ones we've been dealing with since there's not a sibling involved. But it's pretty clear that these parents who work very, very hard and very, very early have manage to set up this support structure that allows that child to go to school. If we don't approve this appeal, I don't see that how it's reasonable to expect those parents to make the adjustments for that child to go to school. And as board members have said multiple times, we're here for the students. And so that's why I second the motion and in support of it.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion passes.
Sí, está. Muchas gracias.
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 Buenos dias.
Thank you.
Adiós.
Bye.
All right, we are going to move on. Are there, item 10, any comments by board members?
Yeah, just a general comment. I made this mention to Dr. Gus, particularly after what we've gone through, what we've experienced with these interdistrict transfer appeals, what we're experiencing with the county committee. We need to change the term from declining enrollment to collapsing enrollment, because it's obvious that these school districts are, they're not doing this out of malice or anything like that. They are all just trying to figure out how, they're going to keep the doors open and the lights on. And these are the ramifications for it. And it's the ramifications of the way school districts are funded in California, which is by ADA. And I think it's incumbent upon all of us, after we go through this experience, to really get a hold of Speaker Rivas's office, get a hold of Assemblymember Addis's office, get a hold of Senate Laird's office, and really start to advocate for a change so these districts can, have an idea of what their future is going to be. You have ADA funding, and there's a lot of push for enrollment-based funding. Now, if your enrollment is really low, there's got to be basically a floor. But we're just going to continue to run into these issues unless that fundamental thing changes. And, there are school districts, the larger school districts, they're happy with ADA because they, if they get the kids to show up, then they're doing better than break even. And there can be a solution that fits both districts, but particularly for this county, Graves, Lagunitas, I mean, all of them, the little districts, we're just going to keep coming back to this over and over and over again because the system now doesn't fit the circumstance. So that's my comment.
I have a question for you.
Mhm.
You've been on this board the longest. Have you ever seen, I think this is number 11?
No.
Interdistrict transfer
No.
this year?
No.
Is this 11?
No.
Yes, it is. And no, we've never.
No,
Okay.
not even close.
All right.
And it's clear that it's being driven by the very reasonable desire and need of Salinas City District to keep their lower classes as full as they can. And I might have mentioned this before. There was an interdistrict appeal a couple of years ago where Salinas City brought before us what their enrollment numbers were by grade. And, they were rolling chairs in from the hallway for 7th, 8th, or 6th, 6th, 5th, and 4th. But you could just see as it went down the line how it just cratered out when you got to the lower grades.
Where did all these students go? Because they didn't leave California.
Oh, well.
So I guess some of them did.
Right. Again, I go back to household credit services.
Yeah.
There used to be non-agricultural employers in this community, and they're pretty much all gone. Firestone had a huge tire factory out there. Then, you have a situation in California where the young families aren't moving in. Also because of the housing costs, you know, Washington Union and Spreckles are lovely places to live, but you can't find a house for under $1 million.
Oh, yeah.
And then at higher interest rates and, you know, all of these things, you know, these communities are going to really have a challenge. I'm interested to see how Alisal is doing. But these other ones, you know, it's obvious that this is just is a big old deal.
And just to add, the decline in enrollment, it's not unique to Monterey County.
No.
It's happening across the state. There are some counties that have been hit harder than us. And what the experts say is there's lower birth rates.
Yeah.
So people
And that's a
are
nationwide problem.
not having as many children,
Mhm.
and they're also not having them until sometimes later. You know.
Yeah, I think this is a new phase that we're beginning to see, John.
Mhm.
Because I've been here for almost 4 years and Heather as well. And I get to see this at the high school level
Mhm.
quite a lot, but not at the county board level.
Mhm.
And so it's like, but they're different because these are field worker people.
Yeah.
They're like middle-class people,
Mhm.
you know? So this is totally new to me. And when you're saying lobby, you know, Robert Rivas and John from Santa Cruz, I think it would be wise if we as the county,
Mhm.
under Dr. Gus, write up a letter saying, this is what we're facing right now.
Mhm.
How can we handle it? Because you know what, Denise, this is gonna come and come and come and come. And every time they have a good issue, is the babysitter,
Right.
you know? And then I feel for them as a mother, because if they split the kids with a new babysitter, it's not gonna be happy, create chaos in the family. So it's very difficult to say no. So how can we do something at the higher level?
And prevent
So,
this, the school district shouldn't be holding kids captive either. I feel like also, you know, like it shouldn't be a punishment to the school district when a
Don't-
child wants to leave because it takes it out on the kid and the family. Like, if you don't want your kid there for whatever reason,
Mhm.
you shouldn't have to have your kid there.
And the system
And the system
basically,
says, the system doesn't agree
Right,
with that.
right.
So there needs to be some kind of a change.
yeah, and, you know, 20 years ago, no one cared about these things because there was enough kids in all the schools that the ADA funding worked fine. And so when you saw the kid walk out the door, you weren't so,
Mhm.
you know, concerned about the dollars that walked out the door with the
Right.
kid because he had plenty
Yeah,
of
our
kids.
kids shouldn't be dollar symbols.
Right. You know, the one that we're dealing with Washington Union and Spreckles, they're both under 900 students right now.
Yes.
And so it's like, of course, there's, you know, tremendous pressure on both schools, regardless of what happens with the, you know, the interdistrict transfer and so, or the county committee. So I can understand why Washington Union is looking to go to basic aid because let's face it, we are house rich and kid poor. And so if you can finance your school system or your school district off of the houses,
Yeah.
like Pacific Grove and Carmel does, that kind of solves your problem. But you have to, in the current way the rules are set, you know, that needs to be a unique situation. Spreckles can't do that. South Salinas can't do that under the current rules. Soledad can't do that. Greenfield can't do that. Gonzalez can't do that.
so how come the other districts can do it then? Pacific.
You know, I'm,
Oh.
I will need Dr. Stanley here for that.
Actually, beautiful question, and if the board is interested, we could have Dr. Stanley do a whole presentation
Please.
on the
so.
calculation that leads to a community-funded district, so you can all see how the numbers work.
Mhm. And because and it would be great if we could put that on the agenda for the next meeting, so we have an opportunity to hear that before we go and into the county committee meeting. It's not really relative, but it is.
But it-
Right.
yeah,
You know,
it-
it is, and it's something that I, you know, as it's my trustee area, I'm really kind of wrestling with that is, you know, if they're able to save themselves, good for you. But that just, you know, that doesn't the other districts around them are, you know, it's, we will end up having one extremely well-off school district surrounded by ones that are, you know, trying to, you know,
Hold it together.
yeah, make sure the check's
Not only
clear.
that, but when you compare the districts, Spreckles to Washington, you'll see the difference. You know, way bigger, newer. So it's like, it's common sense, but I was talking to Heather a while ago before we opened up the meeting, that we had the two public meetings. So the protocol, and I'm asking this because also Virginia asked me, what's the next step?
Mhm.
Are we gonna have like a study session,
Right.
us,
Right.
before we get into discussing into the public? So we can be well prepared of everything, and when we make the decision, we do it in, okay, this is it, and this is.
So the process is, all matters of the county committee are going to be public. There's no closed session part of that. So the next step in the process is Christy White, the consultant, is at this moment conducting the feasibility study. So she is interviewing staff from Spreckles and from Washington Union. She's checking all public records. What goes into the feasibility study are the criteria that have to be met for a territory transfer or any type of reorganization to occur. After she has gathered all the facts, all the information, and she also looks at all the comments that you heard during the public hearings to garner, like, what is the support for this territory transfer. Then what she will do is she will make a presentation to the county committee, and she will tell you all of her findings. You then, as a county committee, will have to either agree with her findings and vote accordingly, or disagree if you don't see the information she's presenting to you as, you know, the facts. If you don't agree with the facts, then you will make a decision on whether or not each of those elements, the criteria, are met. And then you will vote on the overall territory transfer. And the idea is that they're supposed to meet all of the criteria for you to approve it. If they don't, the tricky part of all of this, which John has lived through many times now, is some of these they significantly meet the criteria, which means there might be some parts where it's not 100%, but they pretty much, that's a better way to say it, meet the criteria. And those are the harder ones for you all to decide upon, because it's not always as clear cut as you would like it to be. But that's the process. And then depending on how you vote on the matter, the process continues. What I will do is, I know Marguerite already covered like the process that I'm just restating at the last two public hearings, but I will also send the presentation that John and I did for the Spreckles School District. They asked about the process, and we made a presentation so they could understand step by step and a little bit more in depth about the criteria. So I will send that out to all of the county committee members as well.
Excellent.
And before you do that, can you, working with Marguerite or whoever, really kind of flush out that thing she shared with us at the
Yes.
last meeting about the, you know, under 900, there needs to be.
If they oppose
The
it,
Yeah,
election,
that's
who
a vote,
gets to
yeah,
vote in the
yeah.
election if they oppose it, yes.
Yeah.
We will do so, and we have already heard that Spreckles will be opposing it. So
Talking.
yes, we will flesh that out a little bit more. I sent some emails also to Mary Levine from the California Department of Education and a few other on that specific thing, and also the criteria 1, because criteria 1 says that you will not cause a district to go under 901.
I heard that one.
Well,
They're already under 901.
901. So initially, our thinking is that's irrelevant because they're already under 901. But the question has come up, well, is it irrelevant or does it mean you don't meet the criteria?
Right.
And so we're
Right.
getting CDE's interpretation on that one, because it could
Good,
be
good.
interpreted two
Yeah.
different ways.
Right.
Right.
Well, I think the way that the intention was, and again, this goes back to,
We don't.
we
We're
never
not
expected to
creating
be in a situation where we're dealing with districts this small. It was intended, that 901 was sort of the cutoff. It's like, if you're under 901,
You're struggling.
you're now, we're putting you into severe hardship. Well, if the district's already under 901, taking more students away would, one would argue that would put you in, even in
Yeah.
distress as well. So,
And that's another criteria though.
Yeah,
The financial
exactly.
stress, so,
so yes, that is going to be really, really important.
yes.
Because as you all saw, these things are very, very emotional. It was really difficult for me to be.
No, it was extremely difficult. I mean, after hearing the parents,
Well, and
concerns.
like I said, I've lived there for 30 years. Those two communities are one community, or they were one community. And I understand that, this is a subset of the community who has a particular interest in these things. But it was really hard to hear that basically the people in Toro Park are saying that the people in Spreckles were not the same community, which has not been the lived experience at all. Kids have gone to school together, these things are extremely, extremely difficult. So before we were to walk into that big meeting, I'm sure we'll be in the big room. It would be nice to have, particularly for that criteria one, it very lined up of, is it A or is it B? Yeah.
I mean, I also read in the documents that Spreckles was highly recognized for their scores in math and reading. So that has to do something
No,
in
both,
their favor or
both.
against it.
but that's irrelevant to this conversation. They're both very high performing districts. And so,
So they got nothing to lose then.
yeah, academically, a territory transfer is not going to be impacted, not academically. It's more the finances that then tie to your curricular programs. So the way you have to think about it is, if one district then loses more resources, it could have a negative impact on their curriculum and instruction and what they can offer to the students. And so, could you argue that then the scores will go down? Possibly, right? But right now, both districts are very high performing districts.
What is Washington Middle School supposed to be doing with that 197 acres of land?
Washington
Washington.
Union School District,
Yes.
the land,
The corridor that they're getting from Spreckles.
Mhm.
Are they
Right.
building a high school? Are they making?
No. Both school districts are not building any new schools. They have all the schools they need. The problem is that physically where the homes are located,
Uh-huh.
they are very close to one of the schools in the Washington
element-
Union School
Which is
District.
the one on.
The elementary school
68.
on Toro
Yeah.
Park
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
68.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so what the parents are expressing is that geographically, we're so physically close, so we identify more with this district than we do the other district. But as you heard from both public hearings, there are also parents that live in that same area that do go to Spreckles and completely identify with Spreckles. And so each parent who lives in those homes may have a different
There
opinion.
seems to be sharing it already with
Yeah.
some percentage of
Yeah.
students.
Yes.
So I'm assuming that they know the traffic area zoning, they know what's happening. I mean, they have to know because they live in that area in Spreckles and San Venancio.
Mhm.
I mean, but yeah, I agree with John, it's something totally new. That when you hear the Spreckles and the Washington, it's like, they promise they're gonna give us school choices, but who knows? And then someone mentioned in on last meeting, well, the principal is making over $100,000, and I go, damn. So, so I Google it to make sure. And is that for real? How much he's making?
What was stated in the meeting was not correct, but he does make more than the Washington Union Superintendent. But you also have to keep in mind that he is not just a superintendent, he's
Also
the,
doing principal and superintendent.
he's doing
Yes.
I got
principal
you now.
and
That makes sense.
superintendent. Yeah, and the other superintendent is superintendent, but she has principals at all her schools.
Yeah, so,
So if
just
for
for the
any reason-
record, Spreckles has a principal at Spreckles
Mhm.
and the principal / superintendent at Buena Vista. So they have two school heads. Washington Union has
3 schools.
3 schools and a superintendent, so they have 4 school heads.
Oh, no wonder. I understand now. Yeah.
Okay, let's wrap this up. Any
Okay.
other board comments? Okay, seeing none, we have a new future agenda item to put on for our next meeting. And we are going to be having our meeting on October 15th at 9 a.m. Agenda items are due on October 3rd. And with that, I am going to adjourn the
Well,
meeting.
before you, Jean, adjourn, I just want to thank my fellow board members for coming out on a rainy, unscheduled 8 a.m. Wednesday afternoon. I certainly appreciate that not all of us could be here, but I think that's
And also-
good boardmanship.
And also, if allowed to add that Robert had a meeting yesterday with his cancer oncology doctor. And he has been told that genetically doesn't run in the family.
Oh,
So
good.
he doesn't have to go back at all. And
Perfect.
he already gained 5 pounds.
Oh,
Oh, good.
excellent.
Good.
And I'm happy.
Feed them.
Good. Well,
So yes.
that's wonderful. All right.